Slade Ciccone heads to the mound to make the start for the Cleveland Guardians. The 26-year-old right-hander will face this Detroit lineup. It is the same 9 players playing the same positions in the field, but the order is different. Most notably Parker Meadows, who had been the leadoff batter in the first 2 games. He's been struggling, so they've dropped him down to 9th, and Gleyber Torres will lead off against Slade Ciccone. With more on him, here's Taylor McGregor.
Sean, Ciccone about to make the biggest pitches of his young career in just a couple of moments, starting in the postseason for the very first time. He sought the advice of 2-time Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber, who told him, starting in the postseason, it is different. You will feel levels of adrenaline you have never experienced before. And he told him, don't try to fight it. Don't try to figure out a way to make it go away. Lean into it. And know from my experience, when you take the mound, your body will naturally find a way to handle all of that adrenaline, Sean.
He is ready to go. Both managers will have the bullpen ready to go quickly, facing elimination. And Gleyber Torres leads off. Can either team find offense today? The Tigers have hit 185 as a team in this series. Torres is 1 for 8 after 16 homers in the regular season. Another bright sunny day with the breeze blowing in again. It's not as hard as it was yesterday, and Ciccone's first pitch is down and away.
Well,
75 delightful degrees at game time, and the first pitch right on time at 3:08. Todd,
a lot of nerves right here for both sides here. You got a guy in Gleyber Torres, swings inside the zone, looking for a little kickstart here, change the lineup just a little bit, get him up in the leadoff spot, see if that could get these Tigers going.
it's a Detroit team that, when they were going well, scored runs in bunches. They hit 198 home runs in the regular season, 5th most in the American League. They have just 2 extra base hits in this series. One of the reasons they're having a hard time getting those runners in once they're on base. Swing and a miss, at a cutter away. A.J. Hinch, the Tiger manager. As Todd said at the outset, he thinks the key for the offense is to stop swinging at bad pitches. Had a lot of swing and miss during that fade at the end of the regular season. They finished at 87 and 75, tied with Houston for the last wild card, and got into the playoffs by virtue of their edge over the Astros head-to-head.
See, that's the second time on that cutter. Little off balance. When a guy's throwing a cutter on the outside corner, looks like a fastball and falls off just a little bit. Get you off kilter.
Ciccone 7 and 7 in the regular season in 23 starts. That's line to left, and Stephen Kwan makes the running catch. The starting time today 2 hours later than the previous 2 days. So the shadows are going to be a factor earlier in this game than they have been in the previous 2. They were an issue late in yesterday's game, which was tied at 1 until the Guardians scored 5 times in the 8th inning to win game 2 6-1 after the Tigers took the first game here on Tuesday 2-1 with 2 unearned runs. Kerry Carpenter, the DH, has moved up 1 spot in the batting order today.
They're looking for this guy right here to lift and separate. He has that swing where he can hit a homer mostly anytime he's up there. Hasn't done too much damage with the power numbers just yet.
Lined it foul over by the Cleveland dugout on the third base side. Carpenter's 3 for 8. Only 2 other players in this series have multiple hits. Riley Green and Javier Baez, both for Detroit. They've had plenty of men on base. They just haven't been able to get them in. Got to play to the left again. Crowd still coming in for this day game. Looks like we might have the biggest crowd of the three. Still a few empty seats. A lot of people have to work or go to school. The 1-2 pitch. He tried to check his swing. They're wondering if it's a foul ball. And the home plate umpire David Rackley is saying it is a foul ball.
Interesting enough, he actually took the ball out of Naylor's glove there to see.
It looked like he did just get a piece of it. And it hit the ground. That changeup is in the dirt.
You know, we've seen that twice now. Usually the home plate umpire checks with the corner umpire to see if it went in the dirt or not. Took action into his own hand. David Rackley.
He has the plate today. Those shadows will be around the home plate area soon. Backdoor curveball missed. 3-2. Ciccone has postseason experience as a rookie with Arizona in 2023. He got into 2 playoff games. He's gone to a full count with each of the first 2 hitters this afternoon. And Carpenter takes ball 4. So a 1-out walk. The Guardians managed by Stephen Vogt. In his second season. 3-1 in elimination games. They beat the Tigers in a game 5 of the ALDS last year. Fastball taken by Wenzel Perez for strike 1, hitting 3rd today. Hit the number 3 spot just 18 times in the regular season. A.J. Hinch constantly tinkers with his lineups. Hinch said he wanted Perez, a switch hitter, in there between Carpenter, a left-handed batter, and Torkelson, a right-handed hitter. The 0-2 pitch is a high riding fastball.
You can see Ciccone here, 97 miles an hour. His fastball has gone up over the last couple months here, a tick above, and now 97. Adrenaline.
He's pitched more innings than he ever has in a professional season. He misses up and away with the curveball. 132 innings pitched, the most he's ever pitched, major leagues or minor leagues.
That's pretty incredible right there. Over a mile per hour faster each month as he went on. Usually it ticks down lower.
Foul ball and a high fastball. Well, we asked Stephen Vogt about that. He said he doesn't really know the answer. Perhaps he's just done more in terms of strength and conditioning. We've seen the great work you saw Carl Willis, the pitching coach, he has done with this young staff. Fouled in and out of the mitt of the catcher Bo Naylor. Looked up in the air in exasperation that he couldn't squeeze it. So a laborious first inning for Ciccone. This will be pitch number 21 and still just 1 out.
Got to give credit to these Tiger hitters. Finding a way to square the ball off, seeing more pitches. This is only a plus for them.
That's a strike on the outside corner. A slider for the first strikeout of the afternoon for Ciccone.
A little backup slider right there froze him. After seeing 97, you got to sit fastball and react. As this one just drops right into the box. Stayed up too. It's a good pitch to hit.
Stephen Vogt thought he would be composed. Ciccone. Poised young man. Threw a fastball for strike 1 to Torkelson with Carpenter at first and 2 down here in the top of the first. And we saw that routine about an hour before the game. Ciccone was out in the Guardians bullpen in full uniform, not really warming up, just going through mock motion.
It's outside.
As if he was trying to visualize how he wanted to start his delivery. That was unusual to see a starting pitcher out there that far before game time.
I've seen pitchers get grounded a little bit, you know, going out there without shoes on, feeling the earth a little bit, but I've never seen guys an hour before visualizing that much. Truly remarkable.
There's his best pitch right there. Fastball. Outside corner for strike 2 on Torkelson. There he was. This was an hour before the first pitch.
Fake catching the ball too. So everything is with a purpose. Stephen Vogt told us his routine. Everything he does.
Strike 3 called. Borderline pitch. It went Ciccone's way. 2 strikeouts in the inning. He threw 26 pitches. After a half inning, no score. Slade Ciccone, a strikeout to end the inning. Looked like he didn't think it was strike 3. Took a moment for David Rackley to ring up Spencer Torkelson, who didn't like it, and with good reason. That pitch was just off the strike zone. So Jack Flaherty will hope that he gets that kind of strike zone as he takes the mound. A 29-year-old veteran from Southern California, back for his second stint with the Detroit Tigers, and among the numbers, 15 losses. He went 8-15, and the loss total led the American League.
Yeah, he's been there before. He's a guy, you know, the numbers aren't going to tell you how good he really is in the postseason, but this is a guy you want out there. If you're A.J. Hinch, you're looking for another starter besides Tarek Skubal to go out there and dominate, and he's done it before. Very emotional, methodical guy. Looking for a little grip it and rip it action from him, but he's going to break down everything he throws on that outer half and try and break that slider down in.
He's ready to go to work to Stephen Kwan, who takes the ball down and in. Kwan 1 for 8 in this series. That one hit was a big one yesterday in that 5-run 8th inning. He takes a strike. Right after Brian Rocchio homered to give Cleveland the 2-1 lead, Kwan doubled, and then Daniel Schneemann followed with a double. And then later in the inning, a 3-run homer to cap it by Bo Naylor, after they had done almost nothing through the first 16 innings of this series. Two balls and 2 strikes. In the air in left center. And it's caught by Riley Green. Well, here's a look at the Cleveland lineup. They hit .226 in the regular season. Lowest in franchise history. Their .296 regular season on base percentage, the lowest ever to make a baseball postseason, and that's continued into this series with a .169 batting average. But as Stephen Vogt says, they willed their way to victory. They have the ultimate amount of belief. George Valera got him started in the right direction yesterday with a home run in the first inning. Solo homer with 1 out. His first postseason home run in his second career playoff game. He had played in just 41 games in the regular season.
Yeah, the Guardians kind of took a little breath of fresh air right there when he did hit that homer.
And chops it down to Zach McKinstry at third. He throws him out. I should say he had 41 at bats in the regular season over 16 games. So here's Jose Ramirez.
As you see everything here, most all these pitches are away and down. He does have one home run against him, but he's going to come at you.
J.J. Hinch has said typically he tries to make sure Ramirez doesn't beat the Tigers. So it'll be interesting the approach for Flaherty with 2 outs and the base is empty against one of the best players of his generation, one of the best in franchise history. .30 homers, 85 runs batted in, 44 stolen bases over the regular year for Ramirez, now 33 years old. He takes the ball down and away, and clearly they're working carefully to him.
Yeah, and it's one of those things right here. I would give him the swing sign, the green light. I would let him attack here if it's a pitch he can drive.
Good pitch, fastball on the outside corner. And a chopper foul. Ramirez led the Guardians in homers, runs batted in, walks, and extra base hits, in addition to his 44 steals. Over the last 30 years, only 4 others led their team outright in all of those categories, and also stole 40 or more bases. And Flaherty comes back from 3-0, and it looked like he might be pitching around him to strike him out. After an inning, no score. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your ABC station. Eligible Capital One Rewards card holders, you can redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. No score after an inning. Slade Ciccone got out of the first inning unscathed, despite throwing 26 pitches, one shy of the most he's ever thrown in the first inning. Ringing line drive off the bat of Riley Green. It's caught by Chase DeLauder in his second major league game. Here's Taylor.
Ciccone traded this offseason from the Diamondbacks for Josh Naylor, and Ciccone said the Guardians have changed basically everything about him. They identified his curveball as his best pitch and wanted him to throw it more. He's doubled his usage of that curveball, and Sean, he'll throw it against righties and lefties, although it's mainly against lefties.
Traded for Josh Naylor, and now pitching to Josh's brother, the catcher Bo Naylor. Dylan Dingler took strike one. Massillon, Ohio native from just down the road from Cleveland, looking for his first hit in the series. Takes a strike on the inside corner, a fastball.
Nice little quick pitch right there. You don't see that too often. Got set. Not too high of a leg kick, came through. Caught him off guard there.
The ball high. Ciccone's a strike thrower. Just 32 walks in the regular season. Tied for the 8th fewest in the majors among those who made a minimum of 20 starts. He started 23. Swing and a miss. And another high fastball. He's struck out 3 of the first 6 Tiger hitters.
Well, the numbers are going to tell you he's going to come with something off speed, something slow. He came right at Dingler. Fastballs up, a recipe for success for Ciccone. Yeah, changed it up a little bit. Talk about working backwards. He went right at him right there.
Here's Zach McKinstry. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Go for 5 in the series. He has walked a couple of times. The change up wide, 1-1.
McKinstry's been involved in a lot of plays here too, with the safety squeeze, getting thrown out at third.
Ground ball fair past the first base bag. C.J. Kafis makes the play. And a 1-2-3 inning with just 8 pitches for Ciccone after he threw 26 in the first. Chase DeLauder will hit second when the Guardians come up in the bottom of the second. Coming up tonight on ESPN, the all-new app. 2 more winter. Your season's over. Game 3s, Padres and Cubs at 5 Eastern. And the Red Sox and the Yankees capping the night at 8. Yankees and Padres winning yesterday to force those game 3s. Only the Dodgers completed a 2-game sweep in this wild card round as they dispatched Cincinnati. Kyle Manzardo, the batter, 1 for 8 in the series. Cleanup hitter with some power, facing the former Dodger Flaherty, who was a part of their World Series championship over the New York Yankees last year. I mentioned he has a lot of postseason experience. Not all of it's been great. He drops a curveball in. His previous 10 playoff appearances, 9 starts, a 5.36 ERA. Made 5 starts in the postseason for the Dodgers last year at a 7.36 earned run average over 22 innings. He threw a fastball by Manzardo. A strong start for Flaherty. He's retired all 4 Guardians hitters, 2 of them with the strikeout.
I was just about to say he's not overpowering with this fastball. Here's 95 right down the plate. Kind of took Manzardo off guard a little bit. Great start.
There's Chase DeLauder in his 2nd major league game. It's a hard ground ball and a base hit. Into right field. First ball swinging. The DeLauder family here again today, as they were for his major league debut yesterday. It's his first big league hit.
He's not wasting any time. Yesterday he came out swinging 2, hanging, breaking ball, got a piece right through the 3-hole right there.
Mom Melissa, Dad Jason, watching their 23-year-old son. Borderline strike called. Chase yesterday, just the 6th player in Major League Baseball history to break into the big leagues in a postseason game. Got off to a rough start. The 2nd batter of the game hit a fly ball to him, and he dropped it, dealing with a bright sunshine in center. He came in after that half inning and made a joke about it with Stephen Vogt. Grateful that Tanner Bybee struck out the next 3 hitters, and Detroit did not score. Gabriel Arias, the hitter, swing and a miss. And he goes down on the curveball. And Chase DeLauder actually told Stephen Vogt, dropping the ball might have helped him relax and settle in. He went up for his first at bat, had a great at bat, fouled off a pitch with 2 strikes, worked it to 3-2, and wound up drawing a walk. And he told the legendary Cleveland broadcaster Tom Hamilton this morning, I went up there thinking, well, how can it be worse? After I dropped the fly ball at my first chance.
Exactly. He went up to the manager, Stephen Vogt. Said, man, that's a nasty splitter. And he said, welcome to the big leagues, kid. So all first things for him, excitement all through the time.
There's the legendary Tom Hamilton, radio voice of the Guardians and the Indians before that. And the winner of the Ford Frick Award. His outstanding broadcasting. He's in Cooperstown where he belongs. And they have had some memorable calls here in Northeast Ohio and around wherever Indians and Guardians fans listen. From Tom Hamilton this year and for many years.
One of those voices that you never forget. And I played here. I remember hearing some of the great calls against us. When I played, I didn't like it too much, but understood. One of the best to do it.
DeLauder leads from first. Bo Naylor takes ball 3, apparently just low. He's the younger brother of Josh Naylor, got traded for Ciccone, then Arizona moved him along to Seattle. Bo hoping he'll take on Josh in the ALDS. They will if the Guardians win today. And he put the finishing touches on that shocking 5-run 8th inning with a 3-run homer that gave them a 6-1 victory.
And sometimes you just got to reach out and touch somebody right there. Slider found the barrel of the bat, put in a perfect spot in right field.
DeLauder takes off running on the 3-2 pitch. Of course, later in the game, DeLauder made a great throw on that play at third base, on which Zach McKinstry was originally called safe, and 2-run score for Detroit. They thought they had a 2-1 lead in the 4th, but after a replay review, McKinstry was called out at third. Dylan Dingler did not cross the plate before McKinstry was tagged out, so the Tigers got just that 1 run and wound up not scoring again. It's Javier Baez who delivered the hit. Stephen Vogt said we knew he had a good arm, but I haven't seen him play in about a year and a half, so it was good to see it. Naylor reached for a pitch, hit a high pop-up in the foul ground. Gleyber Torres, the second baseman, put it away. That's the inning. After 2 in this elimination game in downtown Cleveland, no score. It has been an unlikely trip to the postseason for the Guardians. Got off to a decent start, 17-13. After April, it was June when they started to go south. They went 9-16 that month. Fell 11.5 games off the pace. 15.5 back on July 8th. But then rallied to make the postseason. Largest deficit overcome to win a division. 15.5 games back of the Tigers. And in 4th place, Minnesota and Kansas City were each 14 games behind Detroit in the Central. Breaking ball from Ciccone, misses to Javier Baez, who's been the hitting star of the series, 4 for 7.
And Ciccone was the guy that said, hey, wait until the end of the year, see where we're at. We're going to be right where we need to be. And lo and behold, they were.
They were a game under 500 still in early September. They were without Emmanuel Clase, their outstanding closer, who was suspended. When they went to a 6-man starting rotation, they just put together one great start after another with a rotation a lot of folks around the country probably didn't know much about. You know, those 19 straight games when their starters gave up 2 earned runs or fewer. They wound up going 20-7 in September, the best record in the major leagues, to win the Central by 1 over Detroit. Breaking ball way outside. And Detroit's fade certainly helped. They had the worst record in the American League, 7-17 in September. Grounded foul past Joey Cora, the third base coach. He'll be watching his brother Alex and the Red Sox tonight with great interest. No score. We're in the 3rd. Baez lofts a fly ball to shallow left. And a running catch made by George Valera.
With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
There's the number 9 hitter, Parker Meadows, who had been their leadoff hitter, but he's been a part of that team-wide batting struggle for a while now. So the 1 for 8 in this series. He's been dropped down to the number 9 spot. Gleyber Torres is their new leadoff man. Ciccone missed low. It's 1-1. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 7 of the 9 hitters. They have Tim Herron warming up in the bullpen.
Imagine being a player. You bat leadoff for the first 2 games in the postseason. Manager says you're going to bat 9th.
And he has a base hit. Hard ground ball single through the right side.
I think it kind of takes the pressure off you, where I was trying to get to, and you see right there, got a good pitch to hit, drove it hard into right field. Sometimes moving in the order is good, and for Meadows it's really good.
Interesting, and the move pays off so far for Hinch. Can they put hits together with men on base? That's been the problem in this series and through the end of the regular season. Torres fouled one off. He lined to left to start the game. You're surprised to see somebody warming up in the bullpen already, as Cicconi's hit allowed to Meadows is the first he's given up.
No, not at all. This is a clinching game. Both teams, this is the way they work here. Not saying he's going to come in, but matchups, matchups, matchups.
Too high.
Breaking ball high. Both bullpens were used for multiple innings yesterday. But as Stephen Vogt said, you don't win, you go home. It's all hands on deck. And he does think they'll have Cade Smith, their closer, even though he has pitched in both games and threw 31 pitches yesterday.
Yeah, I think both coaches are playing this chess match together, and they're trying to figure each other out. If they bring this guy in, are they going to pinch hit for Carpenter, all this kind of stuff? And we see all the pitches here. All hands on deck, doesn't matter.
Ground ball right side and a base hit. Rocchio, the second baseman, was shifted up the middle. Valera bobbled the ball for a moment. That doesn't impact the play. So Torres has a hit. And the Tigers have runners at first and third with 1 out. And that might be it right here for Ciccone, with the left-handed batting Carpenter coming up. The lefty Herron will be brought in from the bullpen. Just a couple of ground ball singles given up by Ciccone, but he gets the quick hook with both teams facing elimination. No score, but the Tigers are threatening in the third. The Tigers believe sooner or later somebody's going to get them a big hit with a runner in scoring position. They went 1 for 15 yesterday. Left 15 men on base, the most ever in Tigers history in a playoff game. It was in their 129th playoff game. Here's the lefty Tim Herron. Carpenter stays up there to hit this early in the game. A.J. Hinch isn't going to make a change. Sometimes he does later on.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You don't have to get the hit necessarily. You have to find a way to get the guy in, whether it's a ground out, a fielder's choice. Don't try and do too much. The big hits will come.
Or the safety squeeze that they used in game 1. Down the line. That's a fair ball off the glove of Kefis and down the right field line. Meadows has scored. Torres to third, and into second base goes Kerry Carpenter. Who scored that, a double, and a run batted in for Carpenter. And a 1-0 Tiger lead and 2 more in scoring position.
It's just a two-seamer inside. Kefis went in the right decision with the backhand there. Gets the second hop. That's what eats him up. Came up a little bit as this ball does stay fair right on the line. Maybe trying to overthink a little too much coming home or going back to second.
Fastball outside to Wencel Perez, so that'll be an earned run charge to Ciccone. We're a team that specializes in run prevention. They're not great at a couple of different positions around the diamond defensively. Talk about run prevention. It's often the pitchers doing that job. Kefis, Manzardo, Noel have played first base. Perez struck out against Ciccone in the first inning. He fights one off. And it's 1-2.
And We talked earlier about the strikeouts, putting the ball in play, putting the pressure on the other team. Don't know if that run would have scored if he came up with it. It's a decision they're going to have to live with.
It was a difficult play, but one you would hope your first baseman would make. Pop up right by the mound, and it's caught by Kefis, who almost collided with Jose Ramirez. Well, you've had a few of these over your Major League career.
Everybody's yelling, screaming, I got it. First off, Tim's got to get out of the way. Herron's got to get his butt out of there. Listen, I know pitchers are athletes. At least that's what they say. Get out of the way. Let one of your infielders catch the ball. All you worry about is putting the ball in the glove. They got the out. And now another situation with two guys on in scoring position.
And a curveball low to Spencer Torkelson, who struck out ending the first against Ciccone. Well, the Cleveland bullpen yesterday was virtually flawless. It did not give up a run in 4 1/3 innings. Another good off-speed pitch by Herron. Herron came in a key spot in the 7th inning yesterday in a 1-1 game, got back-to-back strikeouts as Detroit stranded 2 of those runners after they had 2 men on with nobody out to start the inning. That happened twice in yesterday's game. Had the first 2 men on and couldn't get anybody across.
Thinking about both games, they find a way to get 2 more runs here. That is so huge with the not many runs scored.
Flaherty will go back to the mound with the lead. He's hoping it's more than 1-0. Herron in run prevention mode. That's out of play to the right. It was one of the things A.J. Hinch was asked about after the game yesterday when Vogt brought in Herron with 1 out and 2 men on in a tie game in the 7th. Riley Green, who's been their home run and RBI leader, has had a terrific season, was lifted for Jahmai Jones, a right-handed batter. Torkelson strikes out, just as Jones did yesterday against Herron. Detroit gets 1. And the Tigers lead 1-0 in the 3rd. The MLB postseason continues with the division series that starts Saturday. Fox and FS1 of the American League. Blue Jays and Mariners waiting for the wild card winners. The Mariners will play the winner of this game. TBS will have the National League, the Brewers and Phillies standing by. Jack Flaherty pitching with a 1-0 lead now. And he threw ball 1 to C.J. Kefis. Breaking ball missed. Flaherty wants a new ball. Giving up just 1 hit so far as he faces the number 8 hitter. There was a single by Chase DeLauder last inning. That's well struck down the right field line, but into the seats. And I would think, Todd, if you asked C.J. Kefis, he would say he should have fielded that bounding ball down the line. That was scored a double for Kerry Carpenter.
Of course, as an infielder, you want every ball. It was a 2-hopper. He had to turn. Just one of those. If you could have done it again, attack that ball once you see that first hop, which you didn't.
He tried to backhand it. Hits a stinging line drive, snared by Baez.
Well, it was Brian Rocchio who had the huge go-ahead homer in yesterday's game. After the game, he talked about how Jose Ramirez gave him the advice, be ready for the fastball and he certainly was on the 0-2 pitch. And I've been sitting right by Ramirez during these games, Sean, and the young hitters will come up to him asking him for advice. So not just one of the all-time great hitters of this generation, but also a great teammate giving advice.
Rocchio's become a huge fan favorite with his heroics in the postseason. He broke the 1-1 tie with a solo homer to right. He said the wind was blowing in so hard yesterday, he thought throughout the day, well, I'm going to have to keep the ball out of the air. And then he put a charge into one through the breeze.
Outside.
Looking at the flag, that wind blowing in yesterday, it seemed like the right center. It was staying up. You hit it to right, that thing was going.
The breeze today, but not quite as breezy as it has been in the first two. We are at that point in the late afternoon now where the shadows are an issue. Well hit again by Rocchio down the right field line and into the seats again.
Of the 7 pitches he's thrown this inning, 6 sliders, and this is the bottom of the lineup. So he's not messing around. Understand? They go through all the decisions they want to make. They know who they're facing. Just working backwards motion. You don't see that too often on your last couple hitters.
Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. And a strong first trip through the lineup for Jack Flaherty. It had just one base runner on the DeLauder single last inning.
Yeah, all these sliders and breaking pitches have been outside. The first one, that's a back foot buckler. Hard away, soft in.
Stephen Kwan looks at a strike. He lined to left. Leading off the Cleveland first. Detroit leads 1-0. Flaherty misses low. And he won a World Series ring with the Dodgers last year. And they presented it to him when the Tigers opened the season in LA back in late March. Broken bat, little bouncer down to third. McKinstry to first. And good footwork around the bag by Spencer Torkelson. It's a 1-2-3 inning. After 3, the Tigers lead the Guardians 1-0. We're back after these messages and a word from your ABC station.
And joined now by Guardians manager Stephen Vogt. You go to the bullpen early here, bringing in Herron to face Carpenter. What went into that decision?
Yeah, I mean, we talked before the game that if there was traffic when it came back around, we would go. And now we've got Cantillo coming in that's got a lot of length. So it was a soft plan, but it ended up coming to fruition. Timmy did a great job escaping that jam.
DeLauder with the lone hit in your group. What have you liked about his at-bats?
He's just ready to go. We've seen it for 2 days. He's not scared. He's not afraid. He's going right after him. He's being aggressive. So we got to get some things going offensively, but Flaherty looks pretty good today.
Thank you. Sean?
Yeah, they didn't think DeLauder would look or feel out of place, and he has not. And as Stephen Vogt just mentioned, he's on to his 3rd pitcher of this elimination game already. The native Hawaiian Joey Cantillo. He's divided his time between Cleveland and their AAA team in Columbus. The lefty missed outside with ball 1. 34 regular season games for the Guardians. 13 of them were as a starter. And Stephen Vogt told us before the game he's a guy who can give them multiple innings. He hasn't pitched since Saturday. Pulled by Riley Green. Well fouled.
Yeah, fastball changeup guy they are. They're looking for length from him. See how far they can go until they get into the big guys that come in at the end.
Now Green slices one down the left field line and in for a hit. He'll stop after rounding first. The throw from Kwan got away. With no advance by Green, hit the ball hard his first time up as well. Line to center for an out.
A little different Tiger team here. They've squared the ball up 5 times. This one not doing too much. Fastball right in the center of the plate. Lets the ball travel a little bit more, knowing there's a hole over there to left field.
The lead man on for Dylan Dingler, who struck out swinging against the starter Ciccone. Off-speed pitch, and Dingler out ahead of it. Ciccone went an inning and a third, gave up the 1 run it was earned, even though Kafis could have helped him at first. Did not come up with the bounding ball. 2 hits surrendered by Ciccone, a walk and 3 strikeouts. He threw 47 pitches. He got taken out. 1 out into the third. Herron came in, gave up the hit to Carpenter that brought home the run that was charged to Ciccone. Then Herron got the next 2 for Vogt and Willis. He threw 12 pitches.
See that change up, is a couple of them staying up in the zone. The one he got the swing and miss on was down. As a hitter, you see that thing up, you let it fly.
Fisted foul over by the Detroit dugout. Cantillo's pitch. He struck him out. Dingler fans for the second time for the first out of the 4th inning.
Fastball 1 away. That one jammed him on the inner half. Perfect pitch. Just tip your cap. After a couple changeups that had no part of being in the zone that were up, and the fastball dotted on the inner part.
Zach McKinstry now takes a ball that drifted up and away. 0 for 5, but he has walked a couple of times. Cantillo wanted that pitch. He doesn't get it. Two balls, no strikes. Cantillo, another big guy, 6'4", 225. That changeup missed up and in. 3 balls and no strikes. McKinstry to be followed by Javier Baez. Green not much of a threat to steal a base. He's stolen just 2 in the regular season. That's a 4-pitch walk. Apparently that was low. So here they go again with 2 men on. Seemed like that's been a recurring theme in each of these last 2 games.
And this is the guy you want up, though. Couple base hits to the right side of the field the first 3 games. Well, now the first 3 games. He's just been very hot as a hitter. He's been hitting the pitches he's supposed to. Maybe you thought he would get up there a little further up in the lineup, the way he's been hit. And Javi Baez.
They moved him up 1 spot from 9th to 8th. Baez fly to right his first time up. Had 2 hits in each of the first 2 games. He started to heat up again after he, like many of his teammates, he had a very tough time at the plate down the stretch. Soft one dropped in. 6-game hitting streak for Baez. Back to the end of the regular season. Foul ball off to the right. 0-2.
Baez shaking his head up and down there saying, all right, I got you. I was ready for that one.
Green at second. McKinstry at first. He struck him out with a changeup. Second strikeout of the inning for Cantillo.
It's a good pitch right here, too. Way out of the zone. Started off the plate, ended off the plate. Sometimes Javi gets in that swing mode. He wants to go attack. Perfect pitch.
1 for 4 now with runners in scoring position. Parker Meadows, lefty against lefty. He singled in the 3rd inning and scored the only run of this game. Single with 1 out. Moved up on a single by Gleyber Torres and scored on that double down the right field line by Carpenter. Two and 0. Cantillo did work in the postseason last year. Got into 3 games out of the bullpen. Finished this season well. He was the American League Rookie of the Month for September. Went 2-0 with a 1.55 ERA. He should be out of this inning. Stephen Kwan from the sunlight into the shadows. The Tigers strand 2 more. And it seems like when they score, it's always with some help from the Guardians defense. Cleveland has the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up, down by 1.
Tigers manager A.J. Hinch, a lot of runners on again for you guys, but you were able to cash in once. What have you thought about the overall approach?
You know, we've been good. You know, I know we're getting runners on. We're having a hard time with the extra hit. Give yourself enough chances, and we need a big hit today to obviously separate ourselves.
You guys do have the lead, though. How will that impact the way you manage Flaherty?
I'm just watching Jack every inning and seeing how he's doing. His stuff is plus. His demeanor is really good. He's going to keep the ball until we need to turn it over to the pen. It's a long way to go. He's going to give us what he can.
Thank you. Sean?
He's given him 3 very strong innings. He's allowed just 1 base runner so far and a single by Chase DeLauder in the 2nd. And his first pitch of the 4th is a strike to George Valera, who grounded to 3rd his first time up.
He's got that slow pace, under control windup. It's beautiful to watch.
It's his 3rd straight start that's come against Cleveland. Missed low there with a slider. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's one of the reasons A.J. Hinch decided to go with Casey Mize yesterday. The Guardians' recent familiarity with Flaherty. That's a nice pitch. Slider at the knees. Detroit lost both of those games on September 17th, September 24th. Smashed down the right field line. All the way to the wall for Valera. Played cleanly by Perez. Throw to second, not in time.
As we know with Flaherty, the 2nd time through the lineup, it's tough for him, and there's a breaking pitch. He stayed through the ball. Valera used his eyes and let his hands work right there, bringing this excitement back to the Guardians and the faithful.
8 years in the minors before Valera was called up for the first time on September 1st. He's had an impact in this series. The home run yesterday. And now the ringing double. Jose Ramirez got ahead in the count 3-0 his first time up. Flaherty came back to strike him out. He lays off a pitch down and in.
Same story, 3-0 count to Ramirez. Again, this might be the best pitch you get. I'd be ready to click right now.
Wonder if they'll give him a pitch to hit with first base open. What a pitch that was. Hit the outside corner at the knees.
3-0 slider right on the corner, painted.
There is action in the Tigers bullpen. Foul tip and a curveball. So for the second straight at bat with Ramirez, Flaherty fell behind 3-0. Got it to 3-2 the last time and struck out Ramirez. Hit hard, base hit past Torres into right center. Valera will score to tie the game. Well, before the series started, we talked to A.J. Hinch about all of these matchups with Cleveland. He said the number one thing that I try to do is not let Jose Ramirez beat us. They pitched to him, and he had a tough pitch.
Yeah, it was a really good pitch. You tip your cap. He saw so many. Might have sat back and waited for that one. I mean, Jose Ramirez, he's been doing it for so long. Again, this guy, a future Hall of Famer, found a way to get the job done. If you're looking for someone to lead on as a Guardians, this is your guy, and he came through once again.
His first RBI of the series, Kyle Manzardo takes a fastball just outside. Evening the count at 1-1. He struck out swinging in the second. Flaherty good at inducing ground ball double plays. He had a staff high 11. Ramirez takes off running. The throw. Got him. What a strike by Jangler. And Ramirez caught stealing. He had 44 swipes in the regular season, was thrown out only 7 times.
First off, what a reaction on a breaking ball. Got it, threw it. Look at that fire, and look at the tag too. He knew it right then and there. Baez, no look tag. Saw the helmet coming up. Oh, what a change of momentum.
That was the first attempt at a stolen base in this series by either side. They rave about the catching ability of Dingler, and it was on display right there.
If you can't do it with your bat, find other ways to do it, and as a catcher, no other better way.
Manzardo flipped it out of play. Understand why Cleveland struggling as they do to score runs. But San Ramirez, who had 44 in the regular season, a career high.
You wait for those opportunities too as a catcher. You cannot wait for somebody to steal through an absolute strike to second base.
Payoff pitch is low. So 3 men in the city have reached. Valera the double. Ramirez singled him in, then he was caught stealing. And now a walk to Manzardo. He's on his second trip through the batting order. Is Flaherty.
As we look through the second time, the numbers go up and up, and it bodes true today.
Chase DeLauder. A swing and a miss for strike one.
We know one thing about him. He's going to be up there hacking. If it's in the zone, doesn't matter what pitch. We've seen it before.
He chops it towards second. Good play by Baez. Fielded the ball, stepped on the bag, threw to first. And the double play ends the inning. The Guardians have tied it on the base hit by Ramirez. Even score just $39.99 a month. Joey Cantillo drops in a nice curveball for strike one to Gleyber Torres. The young lefty from Hawaii faces the top of the Tigers order in a 1-1 game. Torres is line to left, single to right. Takes a strike inside corner at the knees. That hit in the third knocked the starter Ciccone out of the game, his first of this series. We're in game 3. Terry Carpenter on deck, then Wencel Perez. Another gorgeous day here in Northeast Ohio. Been 3 Chamber of Commerce days for this series.
Now here's the time too, the shadows. I think this is about the right time as you see the sun go in and out, playing a couple tricks on you as a hitter.
Breaking ball just missed.
Oh no!
Time requested by Gleyber Torres, longtime New York Yankee. His former team hoping they'll advance tonight on ESPN against the Boston Red Sox. Swing and a miss. He has an excellent changeup, and that's been on display this afternoon.
You guys talking about the shadows. I talked to several of the hitters about it, and the best way I heard it put is you lose trust of your swing because you don't see the baseball the same. And the general consensus is that out of the hand, everything looks like a fastball. You can't see spin, so you're really just trying to catch tips from the pitcher, Sean.
Thank you, Taylor. Breaking ball low to Carpenter. What was your approach when it was a situation like this?
Yeah, nothing ever changed for me. It was fastball or nothing. I think that was part of my problem. I never trusted myself enough to stay back. But again, yes, you want to sit fastball and sit for a spot too. I think that's even harder to do.
Carpenter's looked at 2 balls. He's been on base twice already. Walked in the first inning against Ciccone. Hit that double down the right field line past the first baseman Kafis to knock in the Tigers run in the third. It brought home Parker Meadows. Cantillo in his second inning of relief. He's now fan 3. And that's ball 4 up and in. Carpenter on for the 3rd time.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
And for the winner of this game, Seattle awaits. In the American League Division Series.
We've seen a lot of like the Phillies and Seattle Brewers. They're doing these little mock scrimmages, which I thought are pretty cool. Understanding, hey, you got 4, 5, 6 days off. Might as well have a little scrimmage, a little inter squad. You'll see some live pitching.
I thought I heard on Sportsman like this morning the Phillies had 31,000 for one of those.
There was a bunch. We've seen it before too. Like these teams that are playing right now, they get hot and all of a sudden they go to their opponent and they take care of business.
Wencel Perez. Another good off-speed pitch by Cantillo, who's starting to struggle to find the strike zone. Joey's thrown 34 pitches, more balls than strikes. 20 of them have been balls. Chopped over the mound near second base. Rocchio sliding play and a double play. They call it Rocktober here in Cleveland. Brian Rocchio has had some clutch hits. He can flash the leather as well. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your ABC station. First pitch of the home half of the 5th. The ball from Jack Flaherty. Darby Ilarius, the hitter. He struck out his first time up. Lifts one to center. Meadows waving people away, but there's nobody really all that close.
Getting into the game here in the middle of the 5th. talking with A.J. Hinch, there were certain times you might take him out, but this isn't it. He's having a really good outing. 4 1/3, 3 hits, 4 Ks, and he's not overpowering. He's manipulating batters and finding strikes in the zone.
You do have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen. Kyle Finnegan and Tyler Holton. Finnegan, the right-hander, they both pitched yesterday. Thought this might be a spot for the lefty with Naylor at the plate and another left-handed hitter, Kefis, on deck. Naylor popped out in foul ground to end the 2nd inning.
I think Hinch had a really good quote today talking about, you know, how do you feel when you don't make a decision and when you do? He says, I have more nightmares when I don't make it, because when you do, it's supposed to be a good thing, and if it doesn't happen that way, you already planned it. These are the guys that are supposed to come up and go out and make the right decisions and get the outs or make the hits, but when you don't make that decision, that'll haunt you a little more.
Two from Flaherty. Slicing in the left field. Riley Green over in the corner to make the catch. Well, A.J. Hinch said Flaherty's not the kind of guy who's going to be nervous, but he can be emotional. Sometimes he starts to question his own mechanics, how his body's moving, get a little bit too tied up in that. AJ said he's at his best when he just grips it and rips it. He thinks sometimes that's why he pitches his best games against the best opponents. He did say, did Hinch before the game, if Flaherty's rolling, I'm not married to going to the bullpen just because it's an elimination game. C.J. Kefis took a ball. And another. He lined to center his first time up. Borderline strike. Pretty good pitch. Number 71 thrown by Flaherty. Kefis playing in the postseason for the first time. Takes the ball low. Two outs, the base is empty, and a 3-1 count. Should Kefis reach Rocchio, scheduled to hit next.
You got to look ahead too at who's coming up. You got switch hitter and Rocchio, and then lefty switch hitter, so it might be an opportunity to bring the left-hander Holton in.
Outside.
The 2-out walk. A.J. Hinch trotting to the mound. Rocchio is a switch hitter. Not a lot of difference in the regular season, left versus righty at 236 left-handed and 224 from the right. We're going to bring in the right-hander Kyle Finnegan. Good job by Flaherty. They're tied at 1. Your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. If your team is the Detroit Tigers, you have to be very pleased with the outing you got from Jack Flaherty. 74 pitches. Over 4 2/3 innings. Having allowed just 1 run, he is responsible for Kefis, the runner at first. And here's Rocchio, the switch hitter, who takes strike 1. Finnegan, 56 games in the regular season, came over the deadline from the Washington Nationals. Only 1 at bat for Rocchio against Finnegan in his career. He's 0 for 1.
Very good split finger fastball. Throws the ball hard, mid to upper 90s. His out pitch is that splitter, though.
Foul ball straight back. Finnegan pitched an inning in 2/3 yesterday. Did not face Rocchio. Retired 5 of the 6 men he faced yesterday through 18 pitches. He should be fresh. The ball down to mid and a good block by Dingler. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kefis at first in a 1-1 game in the 5th. An off-speed pitch just a little bit high. So Kefis will get a head start on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs.
How many times have you seen Rocchio come up with this opportunity? He's been clutch.
Two home runs in the 8th inning or later in their last 4 games. Chop one foul. Sunday hit the walk-off 3-run homer in extra innings as the Guardians clinched the AL Central. And of course, he hit the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning yesterday. A solo shot breaking a 1-1 tie. Kefis runs again, and Rocchio fouls one away. Couple of stints in AAA this year for Rocchio. And he's come back to be a very important player for them during their run to the postseason. And now here in this wild card series. Torkelson plays behind Kefis, and the pitch is hit down to Spencer. That ends the inning. After 5 in this elimination game, Detroit and Cleveland tied at 1. Let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
Well, we know he's got that really good changeup, Cantillo. First one, fastball up, back-to-back changeups. Get his eye level changed. Fastball in, he fouled off. Said, here comes another one. Hit it if you can. Beautiful piece of pitching.
2 shutout innings from Joey Cantillo. We mentioned a starter for much of the year. And Stephen Vogt was confident he could give them multiple innings today. Line to right. Valera makes a running backhand catch on the ball hit by Torkelson, who's now 0 for 3. Two and a third innings now for the lefty.
You see those couple walks, that really didn't mean nothing there. He was just trying to get ready. 3 strikeouts. If you're Stephen Vogt, you are very happy what you're seeing.
They do have Eric Sabrowski warming up, another lefty. Vogt said if he gets in, it won't be for very long. He's pitched in each of the first 2 games of this series. Riley Green, the hitter. He's hit it hard a couple of times as line to center and single to left. That single was against Cantillo, the first man to bat against Joey when he came into the game to start the 4th. Cantillo's from Hawaii. He was the Hawaii High School Baseball Player of the Year back in 2016-17. Lazy fly, look out! DeLauder makes the catch. He and Valera almost collided. And they hug it out.
Yeah, that's just inexperience right there. Find a way to catch the ball. Both of them have not played with each other too much. You hear them calling for it. But in a big stadium like this, you're not going to hear too much.
Well, they've not played really together much at all.
Give me a hug, big man. That's all right. You caught it. That's all that matters.
They're lucky they're able to smile. That could have been ugly. Dingler took a ball. And now a strike. Cantillo is drafted by San Diego out of high school in 2017. And in 2020 they traded him here in a huge trade. Came over with Austin Hedges, Cal Quantrill, Gabriel Arias, Josh Naylor, among others. There's a well-hit ball to left by Dingler, way back at the wall, and it is gone. Dylan Dingler, who grew up just down the road in Massillon, Ohio, as an Indians and Guardian fan, he has given the team from Michigan a 2-1 lead.
And boy, did he need that too. He's been struggling at the plate. Made some huge outs, throwing guys out at second base. What a great swing on a hanging changeup.
His first hit of the series had been 0 for 9 with 5 strikeouts. So Cantillo driven from the game. Dingler did not miss that hanger.
Center cut. Oh man, what a swing. Tigers needed that. Big extra base hit coming in big time.
What a moment for the native Ohioan, Dylan Dingler. His first career postseason hit, home run, and RBI in his third playoff game. He's given Detroit the lead. He's knocked Cantillo out of the game. Zach McKinstry facing Eric Sabrowski. Foul ball back to the screen. .33 games in the regular season for Sabrowski, and he's been in each of the first 2 games in this series. Third of an inning in game 1. 1 inning yesterday.
He's been really reliable here. Came in now all 3 games. Done his job.
McKinstry runs pretty well. Hit a chopper over the mound. He's thrown out by Arias. That ends the inning. Detroit has taken the lead. Its first home run of this series from Dingler. ESPN Bet is the sports book for sports fans. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with code HOMERUN to get started today. Look at the money line. Detroit with the lead, 2-1 on the home run by Dylan Dingler. Grew up a Indians and Guardians fan. He's had a great day, not just the home run. Finnegan still out there. He misses outside with a ball to Stephen Kwan, top of the order. It was Dingler who threw out Jose Ramirez, trying to steal in the 4th inning. And Cleveland had just tied the game. They were trying to get the go-ahead run in a scoring position. Dingler threw him out with a beautiful, perfect throw. 1-1 on Kwan, who's 0 for 2. Valaire and Ramirez scheduled to follow. Dylan Dingler, with the day he's had, the first catcher for the Tigers to throw out a runner and hit a home run in the same postseason game since Lance Parrish did it in 1984 in Game 5 of the World Series against San Diego. Lance homered off Goose Gossage, threw out Luis Salazar. That's good company.
That's very good company.
A.J. Hinch raves about him. We mentioned it yesterday. He calls all the pitches. They have the pitch com, but the pitchers aren't calling their own pitches. They admire the great job Dingler does, puts the work in to be well prepared. 2-2. Finnegan and Kwan popped up shallow left, and it's run down by Baez.
Tigers have stopped Kwan. He's gotten one hit in these 3 games. You get the spark plug out, good things do happen. This pitching staff has been incredible getting the spark plug out in Stephen Kwan.
One out. Here's Valera, who's been a threat offensively in this series. The homer yesterday. He had the double to right and scored the Guardians run in the 4th. The lefty Tyler Holton is warming up again in the Tigers bullpen. Splitter just missed. Palpable anxiety here at Progressive Field. The crowd's gotten very quiet after the Dingler home run. Two and two now on Valera.
These teams, they've played all these close games without many extra base hits. It's a 1 inning yesterday in the 8th where the Guardians came through. Now the Tigers finding a way to get one over the wall.
Just low. Valera got the benefit of that call.
You see that a lot too. You see the Dingler coming down and raising the glove up. The umpire's going to see that and most of the time call it a ball.
Chopper foul over into the Tigers dugout. Kyle Finnegan in relief of Jack Flaherty. Gave up just 1 run over 4 2/3 innings. And Valera is making Finnegan work. The 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. And again, very little traffic on the bases for Cleveland. Pulled on the ground to second. Later Torres to Spencer Torkelson for the second out. Now here's Jose Ramirez, who drove in his first run of this series with his single that brought home Valera, who had led off the 4th with a double. And then Jose was caught stealing. The first time since late July 24th against Baltimore. They caught stealing, thrown out by Dingler today. Ended a streak of 13 straight stolen successfully.
They've been pitching him away, off-speed fastballs. The only time they really got him out was in a breaking pitch low in his zone on a full count.
Too low.
Too low. You heard David Rackley say, the home plate umpire. And now a strike.
You got to think they got to come with one fastball, 3 splitters in a row. Is it just a show me pitch just to get him back on that splitter?
Splitter pulled foul. Ramirez finished the regular season with 285 career homers and 287 stolen bases. The only player in franchise history to have both of those numbers, 285 homers plus and steals. And he's gone to a full count again. Many of the fans have come to their feet. Ramirez hits a fly ball, pretty well hit and left, but Riley Green is there just shy of the track to end the inning. Finnegan works a 1-2-3. Back after these messages and a word from our ABC station.
Wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite postseason team gear.
Very well done.
Learn from the best.
I think I got a hint at who your favorite team is watching the Red Sox and Yankees. Javier Baez swings and misses.
You and me will have a good time.
Yes, we'll get to watch that exciting game tonight. Baez hits a fly ball, well hit to left, and that's off the wall. Played by Kwan. He fires towards second. Not in time. What a series for Baez. He's hit now in all 3 games. He has 5 hits. He's 5 for 10.
And that was really loud too off the bat. Fastball. That's a spot right there that Javi Baez loves to swing at. That little inside fastball keeps his hands through, hits the wall in a different direction. Kwan makes a nice play, just not in time. This guy has been absolutely phenomenal these first 3 games hitting wise.
Meadows turned as if to bunt.
In this situation, you want the third baseman to come and get the ball, so it makes it easier for Baez to get the third.
You mentioned they sacrificed only 5 times in the regular season. They did it twice in a win in game 1. Sobrowski on, throws to first, and Meadows hustled and beat it. Parker Meadows runs well, and he got there ahead of the throw from Sobrowski, so it's runners at the corners and nobody out for Detroit, leading 2-1 in the 7th.
Looked like Sobrowski took his time here, kind of nonchalant. And yeah, his foot did get there before the throw. You don't want to hurry, but at the same time, understanding this guy can run, you've got to get the ball out of your glove and throw it. Small ball at its finest.
There's a pitching change. Hunter Gaddis will appear for the 3rd straight game. Tigers leading 2-1 and looking to add more in the 7th. Home field advantage for the Guardians throughout this 3-game series. Look at some of the images of this game 3. Jose Ramirez drove in George Valera with the run that tied the game for Cleveland. The native Ohioan Dylan Dingler in his 3rd career postseason game. The Ohio State Buckeye with his first playoff hit, home run and RBI. And that's the difference in the game right now. It's 2-1 Detroit. And they're looking to pad the lead with runners at 1st and 3rd. They were trying to sacrifice and went for a hit. And that actually counts as a hit with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah.
They were trying to get a hit.
And the little things.
So they're 2 for 6 today. 2 hits with a runner in scoring position is the most they've had in any game. They had 1 each in games 1 and 2. Here's Hunter Gaddis for the 3rd day in a row at the infield in, facing Gleyber Torres, who had a rare swing and a miss. 2nd lowest chase rate in Major League Baseball in the regular season, 17%. Only Juan Soto better.
And that's his pitch there, the slider. Fastball in, slider away.
He's already the 5th pitcher for Cleveland. High slider there, probably not where he meant to throw it. Baez is the runner at third, and Meadows is at first. 2 runs, 7 hits for Detroit. 1 run, 3 hits for Cleveland. And the ball way outside. Gaddis has pitched 2 1/3 innings in the first 2 games of this series total without being scored upon. He's a workhorse. 73 appearances for Vogt and Willis in the regular season, 6th most in the league. Trying to punch out Torres. He spikes one, and a good block by Bo Naylor.
When you know a lot of sliders are coming, maybe an opportunity to send Meadows to second base.
They're a team that does not steal very often. They've been an aggressive base running team, base to base. But they're not fast. Matter of fact, A.J. Hinch, I think of the numbers, they're the 29th slowest team, or fastest. They're at the bottom. Back to the mound. Gaddis looked the runner back to third. Nice play. He throws Baez. So now it's second and third and 1 out on a hard comebacker off the bat of Gleyber Torres.
It's an unbelievable play. Gaddis comes through, puts the glove in a great spot. Hard hit ball. Holds the runner at third. What a great savvy play. Javi Baez seeing that. You got to see the ball get past the pitcher. It doesn't. Next thing you know, he had a chance there, but he was off balance. I think that was the right move.
So they intentionally walk Kerry Carpenter, and they'll pitch to the switch hitter, Wencel Perez, hitting number 3 in the batting order for just the 19th time this season. With the bases loaded, the infield still in. Perez is 0 for 3 today. 0 for 9 in the series.
He was looking to go over the wall on that one. That was a big swing. Got to cut down on it, try and put the ball in play, make some magic happen here.
Hit to right. That's going to drop for a hit. Baez has scored. Meadows comes to the plate. It's a 2-run single for Wencel Perez and a 4-1 Tiger lead.
We know about that great slider he has. He went changeup, hung a slider, kept the hands in. Look at him choking up on the bat. Perez knew it right when he swung. Perfect placement, great swing. And the Tigers took him till 3 games to finally get some runs scored with runners in scoring position. The dugout is fired up. Big opportunity to put some more on the board too.
Carl Willis to the mound. They can be tough on these relief pitchers 3 days in a row. To credit A.J. Hinch, nobody uses more different lineups than A.J. Hinch. When we looked at the lineup today, I think both of us were a little surprised that Perez was in the 3-hole, but he had his reasons why, and Wencel delivered.
Yeah, and I think everybody in this team understands that we versus me attitude. Doesn't matter where you hit. As you see the numbers there, 3 for 8 runners in scoring position. They know somebody's going to step up no matter where they hit in the lineup.
As offensively challenged as Cleveland is, this seems like an enormous lead for Detroit. They'd like to add to it. Runner still at first and third. Torkelson sends one in the air behind the plate out of play. So Sabrowski charged with both of those runs. He retired just 1 batter. Gave up 2 runs earned on 2 hits. No walks or strikeouts. He struck out 8. Through 8 pitches. Torkelson's had a quiet series. Maybe this is when he'll step forward. He's 1 for 9. He hits it hard down the left field line. Another hit. Carpenter scores. The throw into third over the head of Ramirez. It's a base hit for Torkelson. His second RBI of this series. Detroit is up 5-1.
They have been waiting for this all September and now in October. They're getting the big hits when it counts. Coming up absolutely huge. Drives the ball to left field. Good first to third action too.
Still just 1 out. 7th batter of the inning, Riley Green. That's line to right. Another hit. Perez scores. Torkelson to second. It is 6-1, and they are starting to feel it in that Tiger dugout. Second hit of the day for Riley Green. Congratulations for Perez. He had the enormous hit. And a team that couldn't get a base hit with a runner in scoring position for 2 days is stringing them together now. They have 5 hits in the inning with the intentional walk to Carpenter in the middle of it. Matt Festa is going to be the new pitcher. He'll appear for the first time in this series. When we come back. The big hit delivered by Wencel Perez. 2-run single. And they followed up with 2 more hits. Spencer Torkelson, an RBI base hit to left. And Riley Green, another. So they started this inning 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position today. And 3 for 27 for the series. 3 hits in 2 games plus 6 innings. And in this inning, they're 4 for 5 with runners in scoring position. More hits in this inning than they had in the entire series.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's like the same. It's like deja vu all over again, but for the Tigers. The Guardians did it yesterday in the 1 inning, and now the Tigers. And think about Parker Meadows getting the bunt down, getting the wheels turning, beating out that for a base hit, and it just kept going after that. It's contagious.
Again, we talked to A.J. Hinch before the game. What do you do when your team can't get hit with runners in scoring positions? You encourage them to swing at better pitches. They also said, the bunt might be in play again today. The bunt, an important part of the inning, and Meadows with his speed beat it out. Here's Festa for the first time in the series, pitching to Dylan Dingler, who put them on top last inning with a solo homer with 2 outs, breaking a 1-1 tie. That came against Cantillo, who's the pitcher of record. Festa missed outside.
Just think about all September, what they went through. 15.5 games out, and now coming through in this huge inning. They haven't done this in a very long time, and they're not done yet.
Late swing at the sweeper.
With Festa, you're going to see a lot of sweepers, fastball sweeper guy. And he'll throw that thing as many times as he can.
63 appearances in the regular season, an ERA of 4.12. He is the 6th pitcher of the day for the Guardians. Bullpen so outstanding, particularly yesterday. Cantillo, Sabrowski, Gaddis have all been charged with runs, and now Festa hits a batter. 3-2 pitch to Dingler. And the Tigers have batted around. And Stephen Vogt saying, wait a minute, I don't think that was a hit by pitch. They thought it hit the butt of the bat.
You look, his hands above the knob there. Oh yeah. From that angle, it looks like it.
Well, the crowd thinks it was a foul ball. Handled the bat, knob of the bat. Let's take a look at the replay review powered by Zoom.
Which camera are you looking at first?
I have no idea. I think we've seen enough replays to think it was a foul ball. Would you concur?
I would concur.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. There was no hit by pitch. Cleveland retained.
Vic Carapazza, the crew chief, first base umpire today. Well, Stephen Vogt was raving about his video people. I hope that was a flavored water.
Definitely.
It's the kind of inning that would drive you to the bottle. The Gunnar Wilhelmy is the video guy. You know, we asked him yesterday when he challenged the play at third base when McKinstry slid in, called safe. He challenged immediately. He said, yeah, my replay guys told me within 15 seconds.
You have to work on that and practice on that one because that's so hard to do.
And there's ball 4 outside. So instead of a hit by pitch, it's a walk to Dingler. Another one of the big stars of this game. So the bases are loaded and still only 1 out. They've batted around. It's McKinstry. He takes a 93-mile-an-hour heater for a strike. Cleveland bullpen yesterday, 4 2/3 combined scoreless innings. Today they've given up 5 runs in 4 innings on 8 hits and 4 walks. McKinstry's due. And if they go on to win this game, the Tigers, this is a nice way to go to Seattle, feeling like maybe some of these guys have found the mark offensively.
Yeah, a little momentum.
Stephen Vogt thought that 5-run 8th inning yesterday would carry over. He felt like it was a pressure release for some of his hitters, for the offense as a whole. And good luck, Seattle, if you have to face that man. Tarek Skubal, who was dominant in the Game 1 win here 2 days ago. And that's a strike on the outside corner. McKinstry called out. Second out of the 7th inning. Slashing, swing and a miss for a strike. Baez double to get this inning started. Foul ball over by the Guardians dugout. Baez 5 for 10 in the series. Stephen Vogt talks about run prevention. Can't allow any more. This is already an enormous hole for a team that hit .226 in the regular year. They did not come back from any 5-run deficits in the regular season. They were 0 for 28, the Guardians, in the regular year when they trailed by 5 runs or more. So they're going to need their biggest magic act if they're going to advance. The inning is over on a pop-up to the second baseman, Rocchio. 5 runs for the Tigers in the 7th, and they're up by 5. Reality setting in for the Guardians. Team that's battled back all year long, facing its biggest challenge now. A 4-run Seventh inning for Javi Baez and the Tigers. And not only will the winner of this game win the series, but they'll take the all-time lead in this rivalry. They enter today regular season and postseason games, each with 1,167 wins. That's unbelievable.
That is really remarkable. Talk about two teams that are very comparable. That's kind of spot on.
Historic comebacks are us. We shall see. Here's Tyler Holton, the third pitcher for Detroit. Got another beautifully pitched game from Jack Flaherty and Kyle Finnegan. Finnegan faced 4 batters, retired them all. So now Holton facing Kyle Manzardo, who hits a fly ball to right, and it's caught by Perez. Manzardo 0 for 2 with a walk. Holton's appearing for the second time in this series.
If you're the Tigers and Holton, you can take a couple chances here. Throw fastballs in the spots you want to. Maybe take a chance or two. 5 runs is huge, especially when these two guys play each other.
Chase DeLauder sends one out of play to the left. He singled to right in the second. His first major league hit in his second game, both in the postseason. He grounded into a double play in the fourth. That's the inning when they look like they might have the rare big inning.
You can kind of see this guy's hands work really well. He's quick punch to the ball. It's going to be a great hitter if he stays healthy.
I've been waiting for him for a while. Drafted in 2022. He strikes out. Well, we're just getting started with these deciding games in the wild card. 3 elimination games today, including the Red Sox and the Yankees tonight. 8 Eastern on ESPN and the all-new app. 2 rookie pitchers squaring off in that one. Bounding ball and a base hit. Arias has a hit. He's had a quiet series with the bat. A 2-out base runner here in the 7th. Connolly early for Boston tonight. The lefty came up late in the year and has impressed against Cam Schlittler, who grew up in beautiful Walpole, Massachusetts, a Red Sox fan, pitching for New York tonight. Ground ball to short by Bo Naylor. Baez goes to first. Just did get Naylor to end the inning. The Tigers now 6 outs away from advancing, up 6-1.
Come true to play in the postseason against the team he grew up cheering for. He had the big home run that got the offensive party started here today. He told me his favorite player was Jim Thome. Now, if you're doing the math, when Thome originally left Cleveland, Dingler was just 4 years old. So he told me he grew up watching highlights of Thome. He was always his baseball inspiration. So really cool full circle moment for Dingler.
Jim Thome, number 25. His number up there. There's also a statue here for him. High fly to right by Parker Meadows, handled by George Valera. But Meadows moved out of, there's the Jim Thome statue. Moved out of the leadoff spot, has had a nice game today. He was a terrific player. They've had a lot of them here over the years.
Great person too, Jim Thome. I hope he gets to meet him one day. He's the absolute stud of a person.
Jacob Junis is the pitcher. So you're obviously relying on his reputation if you haven't met him.
Of course. No, I've met him a couple times.
Oh, I thought you said you hadn't met him.
No. When I was with the White Sox, came over, gave me a couple compliments. I'm like, dude, coming from you, I'll take every single one of those. massive hands, forearms. He hit some absolute monster home runs here too.
Had some terrific teams in those days when he was here. Junis got a generous strike call in the inside corner to Gleyber Torres. They're going to pitch down and away. The Junis family will be watching the game tonight, the Red Sox-Yankee game, with some interest. His brother Noah is the bullpen coach for the Red Sox AAA team in beautiful downtown Worcester, Massachusetts, the Woo Sox. Torres thrown out on the grounder on the left side of the infield. That'll be interesting to watch tonight. Two rookie pitchers. Yankees won last night. Felt like the Red Sox missed a lot of chances there. Duran a drop fly ball. Rafaela didn't get a bunt down. Eaton didn't score on a play when it looked like he might have. A lot of little things could have made that outcome different last night.
You got Cam Schlitter on the mound, tall in stature, throws the ball hard. We know the Red Sox, a couple of guys don't like that hard heat, so we'll see if they can catch up to it tonight.
It seems like you're making the homer pick and going with the Yankees.
Never said that. No. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm just telling you. I think it's going to be most likely another one-run game. These games are always pretty close.
This one opened up last inning with a 4-run inning for the Tigers. Kerry Carpenter out, a 1-2-3 inning for Junis in the 8th. Guardians have had a lot of comebacks. They're running out of time for this one. Back after a message from your ABC station. MLB Together is baseball's platform embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, and the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. They still believe here in Believeland. But hope is faint. The Guardians down by 5. The bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the veteran Tommy Kahnle making his first appearance of this series. And he induces a swing and a miss by C.J. Kayfus.
He will throw that changeup almost 90% of the time. You can even sit on it. Still very hard to hit. But he's known for those changeups.
A 36-year-old veteran in the Albany, New York area. That's a lot of changeups.
He went 61 changeups in a row last year in the postseason. I mean, that has got to be some sort of record. You can sit on it, but it's hard to hit. He comes with full force, and it looks like every time he's going to throw that fastball, and just bam, falls right off the table. He's developed a really good idea of how to throw that pitch.
For a while, he was closing games for them. Bounding ball up the middle by Kayfus. Baez in the right place, and a strong throw to Torkelson for the out. 5 outs left now for Cleveland. Brian Rocchio for 2. They ignited a 5-run rally in the 8th inning yesterday. Swings and misses at the changeup. Now, would you be sitting on that changeup, or you're thinking, hey, well, after 61 in a row, well, it looks like a changeup grip there.
He'll let you know it's coming too. I think the hardest part about hitting it is the spin. Usually you could pick up the spin or the tilt on the ball. You can't. Everything looks like a fastball out of his hands, and then you're ready for it, and then it just falls off. I mean, here comes again. I mean, 90% of the time.
Wasn't a changeup a change from something else?
There's nothing else.
No, it needs a new name in his case.
Let's call it the slow boy.
He's behind Rocchio, 2-1. Hard ground ball and a base hit. Well, if this is the end of the year for Rocchio, he has finished with a flourish after a couple of stints, 6 weeks in AAA during the year. He may not go back there anytime, maybe ever again.
No, he's made a name for himself.
There's Stephen Kwan, 0 for 3. That's just the one hit in the series, that double during the 5-run 8th yesterday. Up and away for ball 1. That's a well-hit ball to right. Fair ball, and a bounce all the way to the wall. It's a double for Kwan. As we've learned all season long, you count out these Guardians at your own risk.
Yeah, with that changeup that Tommy throws a lot, sometimes it hangs up there. Kwan sees it up. That's a pitch he loves to hit, keeps the hands inside the ball. Oh, what a sweet swing right there. It finds it. It seems like when Kwan is right, he's driving that ball down the line. You see Perez getting that ball in as fast as possible. He's saying, let's go. Find a way, guys.
And A.J. Hinch isn't going to hesitate. That's it for Canely. They'll get to Will Vest, who's been terrific in the back end of their bullpen this season. Back-to-back hits. Brian Rocchio and Stephen Kwan brought the crowd back to life. Detroit leading 6-1. The winner of this game wins this series and goes on to Seattle for the ALDS. It'll be George Valera to greet Will Vest, the right-hander who pitched in game 1 here on Tuesday afternoon and picked up the save with an inning and a third of relief. Yeah, an ERA of just over 3 in 64 regular season games, and he saved 23 in 30 save opportunities. He's a strikeout pitcher, 75 and 68 2/3 in the regular season. As we saw, a good athlete, former shortstop, made a big play on that comebacker when Jose Ramirez was at third base. And 1 out in the 9th inning. He fielded the comebacker off the bat of Kyle Manzardo and wound up tagging out Ramirez in a rundown. Here's Valera. He's had some good at-bats in this series, including a double and a run scored today. Their only run back in the 4th inning. That tied it at 1. And Detroit got a go-ahead home run from Dylan Dingler in the 6th, and they batted around, sent 10 men to the plate to get 4 runs in the 7th. Strength inside corner at the knees.
Yeah, Valera came up in that big 9th inning in the bottom of the 9th, struck out as a pinch hitter. He's seen him twice now.
This is just Cleveland's second at bat with a man in scoring position today. They're 1 for 1.
Now you see that slider pitch inside. You might want to back off the plate just a little bit if you're Valera, so you can see it a little bit longer. It's a really good pitch by Vest. This is their bulldog right here. They're going to ride him out to finish this game.
91, it just missed. It's remarkable all the opportunities Detroit's had with runners in scoring position. And Cleveland had only 3 yesterday. They went 2 for 3. And only 1 today, 1 for 1. Strike 3 call. Valera punches out for the 2nd out of the inning.
There's 98 on the outside half. First one he's thrown. We know that slider is a really good pitch. He went 4-seamer right on the outside corner. When you see so many sliders, you're not seeing that fastball once. Oh, wee.
Ramirez with first base open. In a have-to-have-it spot for Cleveland. Vest working carefully to him. If you put him on first, it puts the tying run in the on-deck circle. Hal Manzardo, the lefty, is on deck. Left-handed hitter. Ramirez takes ball 3 outside. Would you come after him if you're the Tigers, or would you pitch around?
I would go after him. You're up by 5 runs just like that. You know, they talk about don't give in, don't give in. I mean, listen, you had such a big inning. It's an opportunity to get this out here to save this inning. Go ahead.
Ground ball backhanded by Torkelson. The ball dropped by Vest. It rolls over to the Detroit dugout. Now he throws to second, not in time. 2-run score. And it's 6-3. Well, talking to A.J. Hinch about the play Vest made in Game 1 on the comeback, he said, I was so glad it was him. He's a terrific athlete, a very good fielder, a former shortstop. That one hit him right in the glove.
Yeah, he just dropped it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, just dropped it. Went right in the glove, hit right off his face after the throw.
They might challenge this play at second, and it would be a huge call. Ramirez, he's out. Called safe. But that's going to be overturned on a challenge.
What a throw. I mean, we talked about, you said it. Used to be a shortstop. Threw an absolute dart to second base.
Detroit retained.
Oh, man. We've seen it all here, Sean.
Yep, that's a huge development. Call overturned, so Vest atoning in part at least for the error by going to the dugout, firing the ball to second base. It goes as an error on Vest, an assist for the first baseman Torkelson. 2 unearned runs across the plate. But the inning ends on the tagout at second. A lot going on in that play for Vest. You might say he was fully vested or invested. And I wish it was you who had said. Well, that's the sequence Will Vest will never forget. It looked like a ground ball that was going to get him out of the inning. The Tigers out of the inning unscathed. The throw to first he couldn't handle. It went over by the dugout wall. But he recovered in time. I guess the question, Todd Frazier, I have for you, should Ramirez not have tried to go to second?
Yeah, I mean, down that many runs, I don't think he should have, if you want the truth. But he's an aggressive base runner. You don't want to take that away from him. But down that many runs, yeah, you could see he's jogging to second base. You could see it right there.
Yeah, that's a great look at it from our producer, Scott Matthews, director Jeff Evers. He's jogging for half of that.
Yeah.
If he runs hard the whole time, and that's shocking with as great a player and as great a base runner as he is. And Vest took advantage of it. You can't jog and assume anything in that situation. Cade Smith is the new pitcher, their closer. He's working in every game. Then again, Vest made a remarkable play. You know, maybe Ramirez doesn't know the history, but that's a couple of times Vest and Ramirez in big plays on the bases. The comebacker in Game 1. And some question Ramirez for taking off, but They had the contact play on in game 1. Stephen Vogt says as soon as you see the ball go down into the ground, you're taking off. You don't know it's going to be right back to the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Perez strikes out. Let's take a look at the best in the game presented by T-Mobile. And it was the 4-run inning with the big hit in the 8th by Perez, knocked in 2. Torkelson and Green also had RBI hits as they scored 4 runs on 5 hits and left 3 men on base. They're piling up the left on base again today. They have 8, but they have 6 across. Yesterday they left 15 and scored only 1 run.
We were wondering if Cade Smith was coming in today. 31 pitches yesterday. We're seeing him right now.
Yes. Even Vogt almost looked at it as if to say, are you crazy? And we asked him if Smith be available. He said absolutely. Torkelson a high pop up. Caught by Arias, the shortstop. Jose Ramirez has had several adventures on the bases. Of course, he was thrown out trying to steal in that 1-1 game back in the 4th earlier today, ending a streak of 13 straight successful stolen bases. Riley Green, chopper on the left, handled by Ramirez. On to first for the out. Easy 1-2-3 ninth for Cade Smith. Last call for the Guardians. Their middle third of their order coming up after we check in with Kevin Connors.
All right, Sean, the Tigers 3 outs away from closing things out. And as you said so well off the top, an historic day, 3 winner-take-all game 3s, and they are underway right now at Wrigley Field. Let's show you what's going down between the Padres and the Cubs. Jamison Tyone, dynamite to start.
Yeah, he started nasty with that sweeper, using it on the back end there, Fernando Tatis, and then painting with that cutter. That's the momentum builder, right? How does your starter get you going in the top of these innings?
Hunter Pence after a Kyle Tucker single. That's Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, they string together some big hits right here. Suzuki gets it going, and the Cubs getting to you, Darvish here. Right down the line, big double after Kyle Tucker single, and then PCA slows it down. Nice short stroke, doesn't try to do too much. Huge bases loaded knock here for Pete Crow Armstrong and the Cubs.
Jeff, very short leash. Darvish pulled from the game. Jeremiah Estrada comes on, and the first batter he faces, bases loaded situation with Dansby Swanson.
Only 21 pitches. Mike Shildt understands his season could be over if the bullpen doesn't step up, and Jeremiah Estrada, as much as he tried, that 3-2 pitch up top a little bit high, and the Cubs are on the board early, Kevin.
2-0 lead, bottom 2. They've moved to the top of the 3rd inning after Estrada got out of the jam with a big double play. Michael Busch hits into it. 2-0 game. You can see this game playing out over on ESPN. And of course, the big one to follow in the big park in the Bronx. Ben Rice in the lineup for the Yankees.
Yeah, good to see the lefty in there, and you can't have the impact sitting on the bench in this one when your back's up against the wall. Huge home run yesterday.
The Yankees will go with Cam Schlittler. For the Red Sox, it'll be Connolly early. Sean, youngest pitcher to start a postseason game for the Red Sox since Babe Ruth in the 1916 World Series.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you. Babe Ruth wasn't bad. Early's been impressive since he came up late in the year, shown a lot of poise. They still believe in Cleveland. Come to love this team. It looked like they were dead and buried in early July, 15.5 games out. Even with the worst team batting average in franchise history, they managed to come from 15.5 back to make the postseason. They had one more uprising left. Strike one taken by Kyle Manzardo, their cleanup hitter and DH. 0 for 2 today with a walk. Facing Will Vest. 29,891 here, the biggest crowd of the series. The ball high.
It'll change here. 3 straight fastballs. Not going back to that bread and butter slider here. Trying to attack the zone, see if he can get this first out.
Chase DeLauder on deck, and then Gabriel Arias do. Manzardo shoots one foul off to the left.
That was the pitch right there that he could have drove. That ball was right down the middle.
The pitch, chopped up the middle. Baez to first for the out.
Oh, what a nifty play. Oh my, going across the diamond.
He's been the star of this series.
Oh man. Hitting, his defense, his tags. He's always been known to get that sharp slap tag down. Look at his ball right all the way behind him. Comes across. Usually you flip all the way around and throw the ball. Has the wherewithal to do that. That's a huge first out.
So here's DeLauder in his second major league game. Got his first big league hit in the second. A single to right off Jack Flaherty. Kyle Finnegan would be the winning pitcher if Vest can finish it and get 2 saves in the 2 wins in this series for Detroit. Loss would go to Joey Cantillo, but still 2 outs left for the Guards. Chopped off the plate. Vest fires to first for the out. Well, that drop throw at first was definitely an aberration. He was otherwise put on a clinic for fielding by a pitcher. DeLauder retired. Stephen Vogt said no matter what happens with him today, no matter how longer their season goes this season, they are very excited about what he's going to bring in the future. And you can see the talent.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, he looks really good out there as a pitcher and as a fielder, making the great plays.
So now the Tigers 1 out away from victory. Daniel Schneemann pinch hitting. He took ball 1 outside. Last year was the Guardians who took a winner-take-all game 5 in the ALDS. Lane Thomas, the big grand slam. Now it's Detroit trying to win this deciding game 3 of the wild card series. 2 teams that never met in the postseason prior to last year. 2 very entertaining series. In a remarkable season of comebacks, the Guardians are down to their final strike. Schneemann rolls it down to first. Torkelson will play it himself. And the Detroit Tigers are on to the American League Division Series.
They find a way to do it once again on the road. They did it in Houston last year, and now they do it in Cleveland. A.J. Hinch, look at him, finding a way to put the right guys in at the right time. They came up clutch with their hitting today, and they are moving on.
That was the largest long lead in a division ever by the Detroit Tigers. It looked for a while down the stretch they might not even make the postseason. They did on a tiebreaker with Houston for the final wild card. But A.J. Hinch said, I'm not even talking to my team about the way the regular season ended. We're just happy to be in. We know from now on anything can happen. And today they got the clutch hits. They got excellent pitching. And they looked like the team that for much of the year was one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, and I think it first started knowing that I'm going to give Tarek Skubal 2 days off, more rest. Let him be prepared. Forget about the division, even though I know they wanted to get it. But they knew going in on the road, they're plenty fine. Skubal did his job. Didn't come up big yesterday, and they found a way. Finally, runners in scoring position, 5 for 12. That's the Tiger team that we've seen this whole season. And they just came through at the right time today with that big inning.
Jack Flaherty got him started with 4 2/3 innings as their starting pitcher. He gave up just the 1 run in the 4th inning. Not involved in the decision. So they'll head on to Seattle. They were 2-4 against the Mariners in the regular season. They actually got swept at home in a 3-game series, won 2 out of 3 in Seattle. The Toronto Blue Jays awaiting their opponent, the division rival, either the Yankees or the Red Sox, as they play the deciding Game 3 tonight at Yankee Stadium at 8 o'clock on ESPN. And a remarkable season for the Guardians comes to an end. You know, it's still hard to believe the way they hit or don't hit that they got here.
They made a heck of a run here in September. I mean, you think about 15.5 back. Never seen that before in MLB history. Kudos to them.
They did it with a .226 batting average in the regular season. Here's Taylor McGregor.
Thank you. Here with Dylan Dingler. A lot of people started to count you guys out in September. How satisfying are these 2 wins over the team that beat you in the division?
No, it's very satisfying. Obviously, you know, we played this team way too many times in the later part of the season, and we put some great games together here as of late, and it was a great job. I think it was in the sixth inning, putting all those runs across the board, and we can't be happier.
And the home run for you, you told me how it was a full circle moment to play here, the team that you grew up cheering for. What was going through your mind when you were going through the bases?
No, it was awesome. You know, I'd been scratching and clawing a little bit this series, and you know, able to put my team ahead in that moment was very special.
And you called a great game amongst all of your pitchers. What was the key to maintaining composure with all of your guys here today?
I feel like it was just limiting momentum. This team in this atmosphere, they thrive off momentum, just trying to kill that.
Right before this interview, I saw you have an embrace with your manager, AJ Hinch. What did that moment mean to you?
No, it was awesome. We're all fired up. We're fired up, and it means a lot to him, the organization, all these players, so really excited.
Congratulations. Thank you. Sean?
And Dingler struggled all year against the team that he grew up rooting for. He mentioned they played each other 13 times. 6 of those were in September. He struggled all year and was 0 for 9 in this series until he hit the home run that put them on top to stay. He's a very important part of this talented team. They're on their way to Seattle. Final score: Detroit 6, Cleveland 3. Cubs and the Padres are playing their deciding game right now on ESPN, and tonight at 8 on ESPN, the Red Sox and the Yankees. The local news is next over most of these ABC stations.